Math Module 2, Lesson 12. I can reason about the product of a whole number and a decimal with hundredths using place value understanding and estimation. Make sure everything I do in the video you're doing in your workbook. Good luck! So we're going to start with problem 1, which is 2 and 31 hundredths times 22. So we're going to estimate first. So we're going to label that with an E for estimate, so we know. So 2 and 31 hundredths, if I round to the nearest whole, that 3 is 4 or less, so it rests, so it's 2. So it's 22 times 2. That's my estimate. So 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So my final answer should be near 44. So now let's solve the real thing. So we're going to use our standard algorithm. So 231 looks like 231. What place is that 1 in? It's the hundredths. So 231 hundredths times 22. So my what appears to be my 1s and 10s are lined up. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm putting that 0 because I'm done in the 1s place. I'm crossing off that 2 in the 1s place. Starting in the 10s. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. So I'm going to add 2 plus 0 is 2. 6 plus 2 is 8. 4 plus 6 is 10, so I write the 0, carry that 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. So it's 5,082 hundredths. Yep, we're not done with that yet. So now I've got to think how many digits are to the right of the decimal. If it's hundredths, it's 2. So it's 5, 0, 8 is my first digit to the right, and 2 is the second digit to the right, so it's 50 and 82 hundredths. So is 44 close to 50? It's in the same ballpark. So 2 and 31 hundredths times 22 is equal to 50 and 82 hundredths. 102 and 64 hundredths times 492. So first we're going to estimate. So I'm going to put an E for estimate so I know that's the work for my estimation. So 102 and 64 hundredths rounded to the nearest whole. So that 6 in the 10th place says 5 or more you score. So that 2 becomes a 3. So it's 103 times 495. Remember, this is just my estimation. 5 times 3 is 15. Write the 5, carry the 1. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. 5 times 1 is 5. Notice everything lines up. Putting the 0 because I'm done in the 1s place. I'm starting in the 10s. 9 times 3, 27. Carry the 2. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 9 times 1 is 9. All right, now I'm going to put 2 zeros because I'm done in the tens place. I've got to start in the hundreds. So 4 times 3 is 12. Carry the 1. 4 times 0 is 0 plus 1. And then 4 times 1 is 4. I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't give myself enough space. All right. So now I have to add. So 5 plus nothing is 5. 1 plus 7 is 8. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 2 is 9. 1 plus 9 is 10. So I write the 0, carry a 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. So now I have my estimate is around 50,000. So 50,985 is my estimate. So now we're going to do the real thing. So we need to look at 102 and 64 hundredths as just a number without a decimal. So that would be 10264 Put my comma. So 10,264. What place value is that 4 in? The hundredths. And yes, you're writing this. So 10,264 hundredths is what I'm starting with. So 10,264. And yes, you can start using the box to your right. Times 495. Notice my numbers are lining up. 5 times 4 is 20, so I write the 0, carry the 2. 5 times 6 is 30, plus 2 is 32, so I write the 2, carry a 3. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3 is 13. Write the 3, carry the 1. 5 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And 5 times 1 is 5. So now I'm crossing off that 5 in the ones place. I'm putting that 0 because now I'm starting in the tens. 9 times 4 is 36. So I write the 6, carry the 3. 9 times 6 is 54. Plus 3 is 57. So I write the 7, carry the 5. 9 times 2 is 18, plus 5 is 23, so I write the 3, carry the 2. 9 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. 9 times 1 is 9. So now I'm going to put 2 zeros because I'm done in the tens place. I'm starting in the hundreds. 4 times 4 is 16, carry the 1. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 1 is 25, so I write the 5, carry the 2. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 2 is 10, so I write the 0, carry that 1. 4 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1, and then 4 times 1 is 4. Notice all my digits are lining up. So that's 0, 2 plus 6 is 8, 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 plus 6 is 16, carry that 10, 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 1 is 10, so I write the 0, carry that 10. 5 plus 2 is 7. 7 plus 1 is 8. 9 plus 1 is 10, so I write the 0, carry that 1. 4 plus 1 is 5. Oh, my Lanta. So let's put my commas so I can read this number. So 5,080,680 hundredths. So now I have to add my decimal and get rid of that word hundredths. So how many digits are to the right of the decimal for hundredths? Look at the top. Cheat. Use that cheat sheet. 2 of them. So I'm going to recopy my numbers. 50806 decimal. 8 is the first digit to the right and 0 is the second. So 50,806 and 80 hundredths. So that's pretty close to my estimate of 50,985. So my answer must be correct. 102 and 64 hundredths times 495 is equal to 50,806 and 80 hundredths. All right, make sure you showed all your work. Problem 9, 56 hundredths times 84. So first we're going to estimate, so we're going to put an E. So I know you're estimating. So let's think about this. I want to round to the nearest whole, so that ones place is looking at the tenths. So it's a 5, so what's our saying? 4 or lower, or 4 or less you rest, 5 or more you score. So that 5 is more, so that 0 becomes 1. So it's going to be 1 times 84. Well, I can do that. That was like the easiest one ever. So my answer should be close to 84, hopefully. So now let's do the actual answer, or solve for the actual product. So we have 56 hundredths times 84. Well, I want to get rid of that decimal, so I've got to think of 56, because 0 in front doesn't mean anything. So 56, and that 6 is in what place? Hundredths. So it's 56 hundredths times 84. So let's write what we know. 56 hundredths times 84. So now we just do our normal multiplication. 4 times 6, 24. Write the 4, carry the 2. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 2 is 22. So I'm crossing off that 4 and I'm putting a 0 because now I'm starting in the tens. 8 times 6 is 48. So I write the 8, carry the 4. 8 times 5 is 40, plus 4 is 44. So now I add. 4 plus nothing is 4. 2 plus 8 is 10, so I write the 0, carry that 10. 2 plus 4 is 6, plus 1 is 7, and then 4 plus nothing. So we have 4,704 hundredths. So now I need to make it with the decimal in our standard form. So I need to think how many digits are to the right of the decimal if it's in hundredths. Well, let's cheat and look at the top. 2. So 4, 7, decimal, 0 is the first digit to the right, and the 4 is the second digit to the right. So 47 and 4 hundredths. So let's write that answer at the top where it says 56 hundredths times 84. 47 and 4 hundredths. So I agree that it's probably a little far-fetched for your estimate to be 84 and your actual 47. But see how we rounded a half up to 1? So I need to really kind of think, is 47 about half of 84? The answer is yeah. It's close. And so if it were me, truthfully, I'd probably round the tenths place. But that's not what they want us to be doing. So we just have to think 47 is in the ballpark of 84 because they're both in under 100. I understand. It's a stretch.